I'm Taylor Momsen from The Pretty Reckless. Hello.
Awesome. And can we talk about that awesome performance last night at the Golden Gods? Like, I saw some clips of it today.
Yeah, it was an interesting one. First performance with Momsen, so it was pretty cool. It was awesome. I mean, I don't really know what to say about it.
That's awesome. Well, it's got to be a whirlwind, traveling in and out, being on the road and everything.
It was pretty fast. I'm like, I performed with Momsen last night. Now playing show, flying out this morning. I haven't slept yet, so it's pretty crazy, but it's good. I mean, that's what the road's like,
Yeah. So, you're in the midst of a headlining run now. How's the tour going so far?
It's going amazing so far. We've had a lot of really exciting things this far. I mean, the LA show was really fun. We had John from System of a Down come and play with us, and Jenna Hayes came on stage in the middle of the song, gave me a lap dance, not planned. So that's how the tour started. Intercut with Momsen, Golden Gods, and just like awesome fans and awesome shows, and New York tomorrow, which should be a lot of fun, and I love Philly, so psyched to play tonight. It's been really good. Like, it's really been a good run so far. It's a long tour, so we're only about halfway through it, but it's been so far so good.
That's awesome. And speaking of Momsen, you guys have got on the road with him right when this one's done, right?
Exactly, like right afterwards. I think it's the 26th is the first show with him, so should be cool. Psyched, just flow right in.
That's awesome. So I heard that after all the tour, you guys are probably planning to go into the studio. Is that correct?
Yeah, right. I think right after, like literally the day we get off of Momsen, we're going straight into the studio to start recording the second record, which is exciting. And then we've got South America in July for the first time, and then back to the studio to finish up. And who knows what's in between there? I'm sure there'll be some fly-out dates and stuff, but. Yeah, no, it's kind of a whirlwind and hasn't really stopped, but I mean, that's good. It's better than having nothing going on. Right?
Absolutely. So you recently released the Hit Me Like a Man EP, and that's kind of like a taste of what's to come. So
exactly.
how would you say the new music is evolving, as opposed to what was on your debut?
It's definitely evolving. I'm not exactly sure in what direction or what that even means, but I think the biggest thing is my standard of songwriting is higher. My bar has been raised because I'm not only competing with other people now, I'm now competing with myself, and I want it to be better, and that's hopefully that's the goal. Is I want to be better than the last record. And I think we're going for it again. We're not planning on putting out a second record. Sometimes people put out a second record that's a total departure, and I don't think it's a total departure. I just think it's a progression of growth, musically and lyrically and just everything. So it's coming together. I still don't fucking know because we're still writing it, but I'm excited about it. It's aggressive.
Well, that's good.
Yeah,
I think so much of that is like missing in a lot of music.
Aggression? Yeah, I agree.
Well, a lot of people use music as like an escape, and a lot of it's not so thought-provoking anymore, and that's I think that's what I'm missing.
We played the club though on this tour. The club. Where was the club? We played the club, and I went, this is what everyone's talking about. It's the club.
Regina?
Regina?
Somewhere in Canada.
Somewhere in Canada, we played a place called The Club.
Really?
And it's my joke. It's all the songs. Like, everyone talks about this club. It must be so awesome. And I've never been. And we did. We played the club. So I get it now.
That's awesome.
I can start writing about the club.
So, with the, even sitting down to write lyrics and put songs together, is it hard for you to put so much of yourself out there?
No, yes and no. I mean, I try not to think about it like that. I think in order to write well, I think, honesty, I think is really important. And, so I have no problem, being honest in songs. Because at the end of the day, they're still songs and they're metaphors and they're hidden behind a story and hidden behind a song. And, I don't feel the need to talk about them what they mean to me, because it's really no one's fucking business. But so I think I put enough into the songs themselves that, you know, and then I want them to speak for themselves, and how they develop on the road is definitely different than they, you know, it starts in the writing process is very honest and very like in my own head, and then it turns into the production side of things, and then after that it's how do you fucking condense this, you know, record into a 3-piece band, 4-piece band live, and how do you translate that, because we won't play with tracks. I don't like tracks, so everything's live, and I think that was it's fun, and that was one of the really fun things about the first record, and now I get to do it again, so
that's great. Yeah, I think that people are going to take their own meanings away from everything anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what makes music great. I mean, that's what I love. I don't know what, you know, Jimmy Page and Robert Plant were actually thinking, you know, and what it actually is about, but, you know, but I certainly have my own, you know, things that I relate to songs, and I think that's what makes music kind of such a expressive art form unlike any other, and why it can be so universal, you know.
Absolutely. So, you know, I think I wanted to mention, you know, what I love is that you guys have not forgotten the art of the music video. Which I think, you know, and I mean, the videos for, you know, Miss Nothing and Just Tonight are just stunning. They're awesome. Is there any other plans for more videos to come?
I would love to I love making videos. I'm so involved in them. Like, I write all the treatments, and I pretty much co-direct all of them. I actually have my first technical co-directing credit on My Medicine, which just came out. So I'm so involved in it that it's the other, again, like the visual side of a song. I think I like to kind of keep videos some generally, except for like My Medicine or something, which is just a very kind of, you know, it's a party and that's what it is. But I like the videos to kind of be kind of esoteric and like something out of the song, but keep it kind of general too. You know, like I don't want to, like we thought for Just Tonight, like I went through a couple different treatments, and one of them was to have a couple and to, you know, cast like actors and do a whole storyline, and it was kind of, and we went through that idea, and then it kind of never really came together with the right people, so scratched that night before, wrote a whole new treatment, and I'm happy with how it turned out, and keeping it more kind of general, and letting the song speak for itself, because I feel like if you put a visual to a song, that's the only thing people will see. Then, you know, and if you tell a story in a video that's too specific, I feel like it takes away from all the other meanings of the song, and all the other, you know, ways to interpret it. So I like that the videos kind of stayed general, and Just Tonight was, you know, it was literally the night before I'm on the phone with the director going, we don't have a video. All right, I got it. Gothic fairy tale, go. Like, so it's all kind of based on vignettes from different fairy tales, and, you know, Rapunzel and Sleeping Beauty with the thorn, and you know, it's all kind of childhood.
I can't believe it came together that
fairy tales. I couldn't either. We literally showed up on set. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing? And I feel like that happens all the time. It happened on the You video. It was like the night before, like putting everything together. Flew to LA, didn't have a location of anything. The video for My Medicine was the same thing. I was like, do we have people coming? Like, this is supposed to be a party. I have no idea. And I'm like calling all my friends, going, can you come to a video shoot tomorrow, please? And they're like, well, what time? I'm like, it's kind of all day and all night. They're like, well, I have a job. Like, I have a job. But it always ends up working out. And Merritt's such a fucking, he's crazy. He's done all our videos, and he's great. He sits there and all he says is just, he goes, willpower, Taylor, willpower. And I'm like, what the fuck does willpower mean, Merritt? Like, willpower isn't gonna get people into the room, okay? Like, you can't just wish it. Like, you gotta make phone calls. He's like, no, willpower.
Yes, that's the power of
like, the power of the phone call? Like, what does that even mean? So it's been great working with him, and we've done, so it's every time we get together to make another video, it's kind of like you know, the other side of the family coming together and working together again, and it's great. So I would love to continue to make, I mean, I want to make videos for every song, like if I had my say, but they cost money.
Yeah, glad they do. So was it hard, you know, when narrowing down even live tracks to put on the EP, was it hard to decide which ones to go with?
I mean, I wanted to put more on. I think that was the biggest thing, but, you know, EPs have to stay, there's marketing. I don't get to control that, so it was kind of tricky. I mean, I for sure wanted to put "Make Me Want to Die" on because now we've officially released kind of every version possible of that song live, recorded, and an acoustic version. So I wanted to have that third one. 2 videos for that song. It's kind of the song that, no pun intended, like won't die. Like we keep doing things with it, and it's awesome. So I wanted to do a third version of that for sure. And then Since You're Gone, we usually, and except for this tour, but like before this tour, we usually open the set with it, and it's kind of one of my favorite songs, and it's I feel like it's kind of understated, underrated. It's not the song people talk about, and it's just fun live. It's one of my favorites to play live, so we kind of lock into that groove, and I was like, well, fucking put that one on there and, make it loud.
So would you ever consider doing a live album?
I would love to. I'd love to do a live album. I'd love to do a live DVD, any and all of that.
Yeah, I think the last time that I was able to catch you guys live was opening for Guns N' Roses in Camden. So.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that was crazy. That was cool. That was really fun.
So what's been one of your most memorable road experiences or shows so far?
Well, it's so fresh in my mind. I'll go fucking playing with Marilyn Manson last night. That's, I won't forget that one. I don't know, we've had so many. We've kind of consistently been touring for the past 2 years, so it's kind of it's hard to pick just one. I mean, from Evanescence to Guns N' Roses to now Manson, and then throw in all the festivals. We played, we were in Australia, we're playing System of a Down, is headlining, and the Black Label Society, right? Just all these awesome bands, and which is cool because you meet people, and that was a really fun festival for us because it was a fucking metal rock festival. It wasn't a lot of festivals, they'll have a pop stage and they'll have a rock stage, they'll have a rap stage, so it's very divided. And that festival, the audience was very like-minded, across the board, which was really cool. And so many of my favorite bands were playing, so it was pretty awesome. I got to watch shows every day.
That's awesome. Have you ever met anybody you've been completely starstruck with yet?
I don't really get starstruck. I feel like I've been working in the industry so long that I don't think of it like that. But I've definitely met people that I look up to, and it's been really cool, But then they become friends, and it's we're all just musicians, and we're all just trying to write a song and hope people like it, So there's a very like-minded mentality, I think, when you meet other bands, and but it doesn't. It's still cool.
So, as a just for fun question, what would you say is the strangest rumor that you've heard about the Pretty Reckless?
Strangest rumor? Sean and I have a baby together. I don't know if anyone knew that. I actually have a kid, and he's my husband, so...
Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay, that's a new one.
That was one. Which I don't know. There's been so many. Some of them are probably too close to truth. No, I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. I don't know. There's a lot of crazy ones. The ones come out of nowhere. I've heard I burned my dog's balls. I have a female dog named Petal, so she doesn't even have balls. I don't know. There's been some weird ones.
Of course, that's from all the lovely internet trolls.
Gotta love the tabloids.
Of course. So, what are some of your goals for the rest of this year?
Finish the record. That's my biggest goal. Finish writing it. That's the first goal.
How far along are you?
It's never done until it's done. I mean, I write so many songs for a record, and then pick the best one. So, I don't know. I don't know. And that's the never-ending stressful process of going, fuck, do I suck? I gotta do this again. All right. And getting used to writing on the road has definitely been something that I've had to adapt to, and trying to just kind of find time to be alone in my own head is the biggest thing. It's just because it's so hectic all the time. There's so many people all the time. So I'm getting used to that. But
I definitely talked to a few people that they kind of need to take that step back away from
I had to I blocked off the back room, which is normally another hangout lounge on the bus, and I'm all right, I need to just be in my own head. But then, you know, you're flying to LA to play with Marilyn Manson and flying back and playing a show and playing another show tomorrow, and we don't have another day off till I don't even know when. So it's like, you know, it's a little stressful, I guess. And for me, in my own head, everyone else is like, "It'll be fine. Yeah, we're recording. It's all good." I'm like, "Yeah, no, we don't have any songs to record yet. Like, we gotta everyone go away." So that's the goal: is finish the record and make it great, and then do the same thing again, tour, keep playing, make more videos, all that.
That's awesome. Well,
it's kind of a never-ending cycle of the same thing over and over. Well, hopefully getting better at it every time you do it, though.
Absolutely. I mean, I think the key thing is to keep evolving. And, you know, the second that people stop loving what they're doing, that's when it, like, stops.
And the second you stop trying to better yourself, like, I don't know what the fuck you're doing. Like, if you're not beating yourself from last time, like, what's the point?
Absolutely.
You know?
Well, Emily, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me. Is there any final comments that you'd like to share with the site readers and your fans?
Thank you. If you've bought our records, if you haven't, buy them, listen to them, illegally download them. Don't illegally download them, because then we can't tour. Come see a show if you haven't. It's a lot of fun. And thank you.